So I remember this one day I feel like I was in DC, and this guy hit on me, right? So he came up to me, he was like, hey, what's up, you married? I'm gonna try to talk like a DC guy. Well, no, I'm not, because they sound crazy. No offense to all my DC fam. But he said, hey, you married? And I was like, yes. And he said, you happy? He said it like that, like it was like a drop the mic. He was like, you happy? And I was like, no, and the reason why I said no was because, one, I'm brutally honest, and two, I was not happy at the time. But what does me being unhappy have to do with whether or not you have a shot? Here's the thing I realized. A lot of married people don't know how to be unhappily married and still not walk away. If you could learn how to be unhappy for a minute, your marriage will last. Because the goal in marriage is not happiness. The goal is to build a lasting relationship that withstands the ebbs and flows of marriage, of relationships, of people. And so some of y'all need to learn how to be unhappily married and still be content and still stay right where you are. Just because I might not be happy right now does not mean I won't get happy later. Learn how to be unhappily married.
Well, at least she's touching on marriage and she ain't talking about basic relationship, because a lot of us can't even speak that type of language because we ain't ever been married before. But we can speak from a place of being in relationships for a very long time. Like if you had some years under your belt, or you got years under your belt, I'm talking about some real years, like 5, 6, 7+ years, then oh yeah, you definitely can relate when it comes to putting in that time with a person. She said that some of y'all need to learn how to be unhappily married. And what I think that she's saying is, a lot of times people out here, man, they don't know how to stay with each other no more than a year or two. They'll throw the whole damn relationship away the moment they get mad or feel unease, or they feel like that cupcake phase ain't there no more. A lot of folks really ain't never really made it past the cupcake phase. As soon as that junk fade away, they will toss that joker in the trash can, and they will blame every bit of you for the reason of why it failed and that relationship or that marriage didn't make it. So I do like the fact that she dropped a gem out here and had a different way of looking at things and putting stuff out there in the universe and on the internet for people to actually learn from. Because all the stuff that be floating around on these podcasts each and every day about how the man ain't paying the rent and how women need to cook and clean and do all that stuff, you actually got a solid sister sitting online telling us, look, man, I'm not going to say that y'all need to break up. I'm saying that y'all need to work through it. Because with so much toxicity flying around, many people out here are vouching for negativity and expiration and termination. You feel me? People out here so busy trying to chase their best life, which you should by all means chase your best life. But at the same time, while you're chasing your best life, you have to understand that there's ups and downs. There's a devil on every level of life that you go through. It's always the calm before a storm, no matter what you do. You can have the best job in the world, but there's always going to be a calm before a storm. I've never heard anybody even living their dream or working their best job they ever had in life and they never went through no mess. So if you're going through stuff with your job, what makes you think you're going to go through stuff with your relationship? People do not value folks' time the way they should. Even in marriage, they'll toss that joke away, like I said. Time is very precious. So my thing is this: if you know exactly who you are, if you know the moment somebody poke a button that you don't like, and you know you're willing to say bye-bye to that marriage or that relationship or that bond that y'all got, you need to look yourself in the mirror and be like, you know what, maybe I'm not equipped to be around people like that. Maybe I'm not equipped to have something sustainable, and I need to leave people the F alone. But unfortunately, we live in a world where we're all selfish and everybody needs some type of companionship or some type of human existence or energy around. Otherwise, you're gonna be out here looking crazy. So, man, just leave people alone, man, and understand who you are and voice that too, so people can know what's up. And also the ones that get played like that, I'm gonna ask you to step your discernment game up. But like I said, she spat some solid stuff right here, man. I wouldn't encourage you to be unhappy I understand what she's saying, but I wouldn't encourage unhappiness, because sometimes being unhappy with somebody is, for a long period of time, and just walking through that mud and walking through that fire, walking through that forest. Sometimes that junk is not healthy for you. Sometimes that's bad for your health. Your health is over here deteriorating because you're trying to save something that done already drowned. That ship done sank a long time ago, bro. So, what are y'all thoughts about this right here, man? This right here dope. But y'all leave y'all comments, and much love to y'all.